What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got two Gen 3 Mustangs going on the dyno. Now both of them are equipped with Cobra Jet intake manifolds, guys, and I've received a lot of questions on the channel. Are cams worth it with the Cobra Jet intake manifold? Now this Twister orange car is equipped with a Cobra Jet intake manifold. It's full bolt on. It's got the Cobra Jet Ford Racing 65 millimeter throttle body, LU47 injectors running an E85 with long tubes. Okay, but it's running the stock cams. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put that car on the dyno. After that, we got another car here. This is a shadow black version, and it's got basically the same mods, the Cobra Jet, the throttle body, and the injectors running on E85, but it's running stage 2 cams. Now, a couple of differences. The Twister orange car is an MT82 car, and the shadow black is a 10R80 car. So we're going to roll them on a dyno, and we're going to see the difference, how much more power the cams are going to make. Now, these cars were brought into the dyno on the same day. They were dyno just maybe an hour apart from each other. They both ran great. But really what we're going to find out here today, guys, is cams really worth it? Does it make more power? Yeah, it's going to make more power. But how much more power? Well, today we're going to find out. So enough talking. Let's get into the video. There you can get a look under the hood, guys. You can see the Cobra Jet, you can see the Steeder cold air intake, you can see the Ford twin 65 millimeter throttle body. She's got long tubes, she's running on the 85. This, you know, on this dyno make 450 horse, maybe a little bit more. That equates to over 500 horse if you're on a dyno jet. But you know, these full bolt-on cars, they're really awesome.
The RPM limit was 8,000 RPM. Let's see what he revved it to. This thing made close to 500 horsepower on this dyno. .466 I saw before this screen came up. We had a Cobra Jet car like this. It's corrected 475. That's
that makes a difference because you gotta let them know what to do. Yeah, but
475 horse is pretty good without cams. Time, we were set to 7,200 RPM. All right, well, we got 476 horsepower out of this. That's not bad for a Cobra Jet package that does not have cams. Usually the cams are recommended with the Cobra Jet intake, but this car made just as much power on this dyno as another Cobra Jet car did that had cams. So this thing is pretty impressive, and just goes to show you what a good tuner can do for you. Here's a picture of the graph. Showing 524 horsepower. That green line is the estimated dyno jet. You see that, guys? Over 500 horse. Estimated dyno jet out of this car. One bad, nice looking car. Twin Ford Racing twin 65mm throttle body. Steeder cold air intake, closed box. It's the only way to do it, to make sure that you're pulling outside air and not air from under the hood. I'm not seeing an oil separator. Looks like you're venting out to atmosphere, right? And we have a set of Corsa long tubes on this thing. Now this thing just made over 475 horsepower on a Mustang dyno. Equates to something like 524 on a Dyno Jet, and that's very impressive because this car is running stock cams.
Well, there you have it, guys. 476 horsepower on a Mustang dyno out of that twisted orange car. That's pretty darn good considering it's a Mustang dyno. Generally add about 10% to that to get an estimated Dyno Jet figure. Well, we're going to bring the Shadow Black one in now with the cams. Let's watch that one roll.
Okay guys, so what we're looking at here is a full bolt-on car, okay? It's not on the boost, but she's got a Cobra Jet intake manifold, PMOS, cold air intake, long tubes, and it's running stage 3 cams. This is a, I think it's an automatic car. Is this an automatic car? It's an automatic. So it's a 10-speed car, running on the 85. This thing, you know, NA should be putting down some pretty good numbers. We've seen some pretty impressive numbers. We had another car in here a little while ago, and we're going to see how this one compares to that one. You know, and not to, you know, overstate the obvious, the Gen 3 Mustangs are some of the nicest Mustangs that we've ever seen. Okay, this one's in the Shadow Black, and it's a full bolt-on car. So, yeah, look at, we got her on the roll, all strapped down. She sounds great. Let's watch it roll. Guys, look at that, 180 miles an hour, and it made close to 500 horse. See it up there? That's where they took it to, 180 miles an hour. Okay, I think I saw 489 flash up. 499 horse, 500 horsepower pretty much corrected on a Mustang dyno. That would be roughly 550 horsepower on a Dyno Jet. This NA car with the cams and the Cobra Jet is pretty bad, man. Let's watch it roll again. That thing revs out. Okay, that time we only took it to about 164 miles an hour. It appears to have made 500 horsepower again. horsepower. You nailed it. You killed it. That is insane to have those kind of numbers on a Mustang dyno. Easily 550 horsepower on a Dyno Jet. People argue with me when I say that, but it's true. We know this dyno. We know it runs low. Track times prove it. We got to see this car at the track. Okay. There's the dyno. That's what we got. There's the, well, they still got to get that straightened out. But yeah, I mean, this full bolt-on Cobra Jet car with cams, E85, long tubes, all the goodies, put down between 500 and 550 horsepower, depending on what numbers you want to look at. Okay, the green line is estimated Dyno Jet. You can see it's over 500, about 550. And there's the car, man. Impressive. Oh, and listen to that engine rumble. Bad to the bone. You can't argue with these Coyotes. 550 horsepower, NA. Listen to this thing. Now we see blower cars approaching 550 horsepower. This thing, NA, you can't argue with this. And look at the brakes he's got on this thing. Lightweight brakes.
Well,
I don't know what kind they are. You guys see that? You can see the little rotors they got there. I mean, this thing's lightened up and ready to hit the track. I noticed something in the back. Got his Hoosier slicks. Okay, 10-speed car, 301A car. She's bad, man, bad to the bone.
Well, there you have it, guys. An additional 31 horsepower out of the Shadow Black car just by running stage 2 cams. Dynos don't lie. And I should also mention that those cars were brought into the same dyno on the same day. So it was the same weather conditions, everything was the same. And I should also mention that they're also running the same tuner. Now, the PMOS intake might be worth a couple of horsepower, open hood on the dyno, so you got to figure for that. But like I say, dynos don't lie. An extra 31 horsepower by adding cams to basically, you know, an NA setup, full bolt-on Cobra Jet car. These Gen 3s are pretty stout, guys. Over 500 horsepower for both of them, you know, without any boost. Now, you know, I catch a lot of slack from people sometimes about, you know, the Dyno Jet estimation, adding 10%. This Lexus ISF was run on the Mustang dyno, right? And it put down 389 horsepower. And then I videoed that car across town on a Dyno Jet, and it put down 425 horsepower for roughly a 10% increase. So that supports, you know, the idea that you add 10% to these cars. I might have been a little overzealous about the black car making 550 horsepower. That's probably maybe a bit too much, but honestly, both of those cars are pretty bad, man. And, you know, over 500 horsepower for an NA setup, full bolt-on Gen 3 Mustang, that's pretty stout. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.